Hey everybody, this is the Aggressively Medium podcast with Lee and Josh.
49. What channel is that?
Food Network.
It was Food Network for us too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey. I think.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I had cable in Demopolis.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what any channel is right now on our TV.
No.
So,
yeah.
Last week we started with like a feel-good story with a chicken being found. This week we have a kind of sad news for all the people listening.
Are they talking about the celebrity death?
Yeah.
Cloris Leachman.
Cloris Leachman.
Also known as...
don't know who she is.
Neither do we.
We don't either.
No. She was 1,000 years old. And she was on a bunch of TV shows in the 70s and 80s.
And then she was in one episode of The Office.
In The Office, when Jim and Pam and Andy are watching the movie in the break room, and Andy doesn't understand what they're talking about because they're talking about Pam's parents getting divorced, but he thinks they're talking about like the movie they're watching.
Yeah.
It's Jack Black is in the fake movie, and the old lady that he's in love with is Cloris Leachman.
Yeah. And so...
Other than that,
have no idea who she was before.
We're keeping this celebrity death thing going, and we were light on deaths.
It's in the news, and so we had to talk about it.
Fox News wrote about it, so she's important to somebody. But so she's dead.
She had the most Emmys out of anybody. Is that what you said earlier?
Yeah, but they're all like TV.
Hey,
right? She's got more than I got.
Yeah.
0.
Oh, yeah,
she had 9.
We hadn't got an Emmy off of this podcast
Not yet.
We're working on a daytime now. Mid-afternoon Emmy is what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes out on Friday.
Pre-dawn Emmy.
Pre-dawn.
Yeah. Pre-dawn Emmy.
Maybe we'll get one.
Yeah. But yeah. So
Speaking of old people dying.
Yeah.
You got something to talk about. Dinosaur teeth. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So did you know that there was a dinosaur with 500 teeth?
That's fine.
I want you to Google right now. What dinosaur had 500 teeth? Everybody at home, you can do this as well.
Well, you got to talk about it while I'm doing this because this isn't really riveting.
Dinosaurs were a thing back in
Dinosaurs were these big lizard birds
that were around a long, long time ago, predating humans. Maybe. I don't know how math works, and I definitely don't know how science works. But did you find it?
Is this the name of it?
Yeah. Did you find it? Do you want to say it out loud for everybody?
I won't say it out loud.
Go ahead.
You talking about a Nigersaurus?
Go ahead and say it out loud for
Nigersaurus?
Everybody, if you hadn't looked it up, go look it up.
It's
go
only
Google.
got one G in it, so it's the. I'm assuming they found it in Niger.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a country in Africa.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I saw it on TikTok. It was Google. It was take a video of yourself before and after Googling what dinosaur had 500, and it's a weird looking dinosaur.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it before. They didn't teach us about that in history class or science class.
Don't Google which dinosaur had 500. That's what the internet says.
Oh, it says don't Google it.
One of them did. Yeah. It was like a long neck with a pair of vice grip lips.
Yeah.
It's an ugly looking thing.
It almost looks like somebody hadn't finished drawing it, is what it looks like.
Yeah, or they drew it really well and then like timering out when they were doing the face. And
they just like round it off.
Nigersaurus.
Yeah. So if you want to send us a voicemail this week, pronouncing it for us.
Yeah. And
right ahead.
And Josh will give a hat to the person with the most racist pronunciation.
Everybody who pronounces it correctly gets a hat. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That'd be bad.
Oh, that's terrible.
So, anyways, including TikTok things that I found this week.
It is from Niger, the country. That's where they found
Nigeria.
It. No. Niger, Niger.
Okay.
Is the name of a country in Africa.
Yeah. I got you.
It's not Nigeria.
I got you. I got you.
Niger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's two. There's Nigeria and there's Nigeria.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm
And there's a Niger River.
not dumb.
You tried to get me with that one.
Speaking of people who aren't dumb, there was this common sense test going around TikTok, and I figured
That's an oxymoron.
I figured we would go through it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read off the questions, and then we'll see if you
Pass with
have
flying colors.
common sense or not.
All right.
Okay. Meg got none of these right. I got all of them but one, but it was once I figured out the game, I was good to go. All right, ready?
Now this is typed up on your notes app. So
yeah. There's four.
Who knows if these are even what we're on the?
It is.
Okay.
It is. There are 4 questions. Okay. Question number 1 of Lee's common sense. You can phone a friend if you need to. How many species of animals did Noah? Oh, I messed it up. How many species of animals did Moses bring with him on the ark?
None.
Yeah, because it was Noah.
Noah.
Yeah,
I would
messed
have
that one
gotten that.
up. All right,
I would have gotten that.
I was like passively listening to it. That was the first one, and it got me.
Oh,
and
you got it wrong. You said 2. Or
I was just like, what? And then it passed. So the next
you
one,
said Moses' ark. I would have known it was Noah.
yeah. Okay. So how many birthdays does the average person have in a lifetime?
1.
Correct.
Their birthday.
You can only have one.
The day you were
birthday.
birthed.
The day you were birthed.
Celebrations.
Yeah. So birthday
It's like 79
celebrations,
now, I think.
Yeah, is the average. If a person lives in North Carolina, is it legal for them to be buried in South Carolina?
Yeah.
Not if they're still alive. If they live in North Carolina, if a person lives in North Carolina.
So this isn't real.
No,
This is-
hey.
Okay.
They're all. You've gotten 2 right, and you get pissed off because the third one wasn't you didn't get it right.
All right,
you
come
got to
on.
think a little bit harder.
Come on with the
okay?
4th one.
4th one. Is it legal for a man from California to marry his widow's sister who lives in Oregon, and why?
Is it legal for a man who lives in California to marry his widow's sister in Oregon, and why? His widow's.
It's got you stumped out there.
Well, because it's widower or widow, and a man whose wife dies is a widower. A wife whose husband dies is a widow. So his widow, he'd be dead, so a dead person can't marry a person.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Good job.
Gosh.
You got 3 out of 4. We're the same common sense.
Yeah.
We just got the wrong one, the different one's wrong. We have different common senses. I like to think that I have 7 common senses.
I have the 5. Sound, touch.
Yeah. I got 7.
7.
Yeah.
ESP?
I see dead people. Like Macaulay Culkin or
It's not
whoever that
Macaulay
kid- whoever
Culkin.
that kid was.
Bruce, the little kid in that Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah, Bruce Willie. Oh, B. Willie.
Oh, Brucey Dubs.
But yeah, that was just a fun little. We hadn't done anything from TikTok in a little while. And those were 2
Thank
little.
God.
We haven't done TikToks in a while, but those 2 were from TikTok. So,
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. That
but,
makes me mad about the
yeah, it always gets you. I mean,
and a live person.
yeah, a live person can't be buried.
Well, they can.
They can, but it's not legal.
What if you bury yourself?
It's not legal. That's suicide.
It's
You can
not a
go to jail for that.
crime. Suicide's not a crime,
Put
is
you
it?
away for that.
Is it murder?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Why not? Didn't you kill somebody?
You can't face your accuser in court.
Well, you'd be dead.
So,
Well, if you were alive,
You can't be
you'd
charged
go
with
to
it.
jail.
attempted murder? Because if you try to kill yourself and it doesn't work, you can't charge yourself with.
Well, statute of limitations is up.
What if it's the next day?
Statute of limitations is up.
That's not what that is. That's like 10 years
Hey,
later.
double jeopardy.
Yeah.
Can't kill the same person twice.
gosh. That's a brain teaser.
Yeah. Speaking of people who lack common sense.
Speaking of idiots.
Yeah.
First off, okay, so I'll probably get in trouble for this. Anybody who does this,
Yeah.
I think, is dumb.
Unless you're like,
No, I'm not even talking about the story. I'm talking about the idea of it in general.
We'll go through it first.
Okay, yeah. You want me to read this article?
Yes.
Or I'll hit the highlights of this article.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. Hit the
'Cause
highlights. Read the article. We're here for it.
Yeah. In New York, a man has died in an explosion while making a bomb for his unborn child's gender reveal party. That's the headline. First off,
Gender reveals are stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're having the kid for everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you're doing that, that's not even a thing.
Yeah.
So you're stupid.
Yeah. I never enjoyed gender reveal.
Yeah. Y'all all
My
come over to
parents
my
never did a gender reveal.
It got popular like a decade ago.
Yeah. If that.
Around the same time. It was in the article. Around when social media did.
Yeah. Like promposals. When
Because
those
it's
started becoming a thing.
Because it's all about
So what's wrong with our country today is gender reveals.
is the idea that I have to do things so that I can put them on the internet for people to think I'm cool.
Yeah. Because that's the only reason you put things on the internet is to think.
And you
or
can argue
to
all day
appease your
long.
wife.
Well,
Those
but
are the
that's
only two options.
I'm just
For
gonna,
people to
I'm
think
just
you're
gonna,
cool,
I'm just
or
gonna
to appease your wife.
I'm just going to step into it. That's also, she wants you to do it for the same reason, is that you want other
so
people
that
to
other
think you're
people
cool.
can think you're cool.
Yeah. Look what I had for lunch. Who cares?
Yeah. Not me.
I'm going to invite 20 people over to my house to pop a balloon and videotape it. I wonder, because I'd like to know how many gender reveal parties don't get put on the internet. It's got to be zero.
I saw a video the other day on the internet, and it was like a fake video, but the guy was like, "Yeah, we're really excited about our gender reveal, blah 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 blah. My brother's out back working on a balloon right now. He's getting it ready, and whenever he gets it ready, we'll all go out there." And the brother comes in and was like, "Hey, had a tough time out there, but I got it figured out." And he had blue dye all over his body. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, if you
I'm gonna start doing that at like my birthdays
Screw up
and
other people's gender reveals.
No. At like stuff that involves us. Just be like, leave your phone at the door in a big fish bowl, like people used to do with keys at a key party.
yeah,
Not
you
that,
can't drive
no.
home drunk,
Right.
Or
You can't record
take
this.
pictures
This
of
is
my
just for
birthday.
us.
Yeah,
If I didn't invite you, I don't want you to know what I did, what was going on.
Well, so caveat to that, I'm not a big fan of gender reveals, but I will say there are like people in my extended family that like it would just to keep them in the loop.
Call them. If you
But
really
there's
care.
so many people.
If you care, you'll call.
I'm talking about extended family. They're gonna be upset that you didn't tell them what type of
Do
baby
you
it was.
care if they know?
I mean, yeah.
Then
I do.
call them.
Well, that's a lot of.
How much do you
listen?
care?
I get to put stuff on there for people to keep up with, but as far as it would just be like a post that says we're having a baby, it's a boy.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about just
that's what I'm saying.
the over the top.
Yeah, no, the over the top, like, hey, let me hit this baseball, and it turns into a blue puff.
Let's
or a pink
open this
puff.
cardboard box with balloons that are going to fly off
Yeah,
and kill animals or take.
I'm not worried about that.
I don't either, but some people do.
Not I.
Yeah, but just the whole idea of I'm doing something.
It like makes me a little like just laugh inside to think that there's like a sea turtle out there
That's got
that,
a
like,
gender
got
reveal
caught
balloon
up
in
in a-
its throat. Man.
or just like around its neck.
Yeah.
Like somebody pulls it up like after it's done died and it's like, it's a boy.
The fail ones are funny. Where they'll like miss the
Yeah.
baseball and it just.
I saw one that baseball hit the dude in the face. The
Yeah.
guy that was pitching it wasn't no good. and just whopped him right in the face.
Or I saw one where it was everybody was wearing white, and they popped the balloon, and it just peppers the grandmother in the face, and her whole outfit is pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma deserved a little bit of that. Let's be honest.
Yeah. She probably helped put the party on.
Yeah.
So,
but anyways, back to the story.
This guy, New York State Police said they responded to a report of an explosion around noon. An investigation determined that 28-year-old that dude's got all the time in the world left.
Not anymore.
He's got a newborn on the way.
Not anymore.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
28-year-old, I'm not going to say his name, was killed at his home while building an explosive device to be used at a baby gender reveal party. He was the father-to-be.
Yeah.
Did he know what the powder on the inside was?
I don't. You
It didn't say in this.
The article's done?
No. So then this is the important part to me.
Okay.
The man's death is far from the first tragedy related to a gender reveal party. A smoke-emitting pyrotechnic device, which typically shoots off blue or pink smoke, caused a large wildfire in California last year.
Yeah.
A Michigan man was killed earlier this month when he was struck by shrapnel from a gender reveal cannon being used at a baby shower.
These people are part of the Civil War reenactment group
I
that we
guess.
had last week?
Yeah, I guess.
Jesus, a cannon.
At least they're multi-use. You can shoot a fake cannon at soldiers, or you can.
Yes, but geez.
Oh, I'm not done. In 2019, a grandmother was killed when a homemade explosive device went off in Iowa, shooting metal shrapnel towards a pregnant woman's family standing 45 feet away.
Who is making bombs for gender reveals?
I'm all about personal responsibility.
Sure.
But the internet's making people do this.
Ain't nobody... I have not seen one explosive device used in a gender reveal.
Balloons aren't cool enough anymore. And powder aren't cool enough anymore.
So let's resort to domestic terrorism for our gender reveals.
If it'll thin the herd,
you can go to jail for that.
If it'll thin the herd of these stupid people, though,
if you're making a pipe bomb,
let's do more
so that you can show what your baby gender is.
If you feel like you want to put a gender reveal on the internet, I think you need to have to use a homemade pipe bomb now, so that it can weed out some of these folks.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's freaking Atlanta Olympics.
Dude, you know where we
so that I can show you what my baby is.
Gender reveal parties first became a social media phenomenon about a decade ago.
When social media was getting popular.
With balloons and cupcakes with the center and confetti.
Do it.
But that's not cool enough anymore.
I don't care. Do those things. Do those things.
I think if you're going to do it, do it.
No.
Pipe bomb it.
How about, here's an idea, okay? We have two vehicles pointed at each other.
And there's like a bag of color.
Well, no, the gasoline is colored in a certain like blue or pink. And then the two like the wife's family and the husband's family, like they get in opposite vehicles and just run it 100 miles an hour into each other. And then whatever color the flames are.
Pretty cool.
That's about as smart as let's make a pipe bomb.
Do you think, has there been, I haven't seen them on the internet. I wonder if like a woke couple would have like white smoke come out of one of these.
Well, why would you even do that?
They'd be like, we don't know. We don't know what they've decided yet. The baby hasn't decided what their gender is yet.
If you are going to do a gender reveal and you don't reveal the gender, I don't think that those people would even.
Yeah.
I don't think they would even go as far as like doing white smoke.
Yeah.
Because it would just be pointless.
And it's racist.
True.
It'd have to be like neutral colored smoke.
Which is
gray. I don't know. Or what do blue and pink make? Brown? Purple? Purple. So purple smoke. You have Prince playing in the background. That was Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
But you got to change it to smoke.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, I'd like one where you pop a big balloon and it's a closed envelope on the inside, and you hand it to the husband, and he reads it, and then it's over.
I would like to do that, but to step it up a notch, it's a hot air balloon, and you pop the hot air balloon, and then we fall to our deaths, and then nobody cares.
As you hit the ground, the wife whispers in the guy's ear, like, it was a girl.
Yeah. It was a girl.
Yeah.
She'll grow up fatherless now.
And motherless
You weren't
and
the
lifeless because, oh gosh.
You weren't even the father.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest. We live in the dumbest culture
Yeah.
on the face of the planet that has ever existed.
Yeah. There would be
That
like,
people
there
are
would be
resorting-
Neanderthals watching these. being like-
Neanderthals.
Yeah.
Neanderthals.
That's what they're called.
Neanderthals.
It's definitely not Thal.
It's definitely
Just
not
because
tall.
it's spelled that way. No, it is Neanderthal. Okay. You know how much of this stuff I watch on the internet?
You know how
Of
much of
people
this stuff
talking
I
about
watch, too?
history?
I've never once heard somebody say Neanderthals.
Well, that's what they're called. That's fine.
Neanderthals.
Anyway,
Neanderthals would be sitting around.
Neanderthals would be sitting around like,
That's
these
it.
guys are so stupid. We don't even have toilets or anything, but these guys.
We don't even have toilets.
Yeah.
People hundreds of years from thousands of years from now won't even be able to say Neanderthals.
Yeah.
And we know this is
you ready?
dumb.
You ready for this segue?
Okay.
So we just talked about people that oh man, I had a good segue.
Come on.
All right, you ready for this transition? So
I'm not cutting any of this out of the way.
that's fine. Gender reveal parties are a dumb way to figure out what the gender is.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of dumb ways of doing things that we've been doing for a long time, there's news about The Bachelor.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. And I still don't accept that you like The Bachelor because of the drama.
What else would I like it for?
Because you're gay.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
No.
I just, the drama. I just,
The
that seems like
okay.
a really easy
Have we-
fake excuse to watch The
It's not
Bachelor.
a fake excuse.
To me.
I'll tell you this, okay? Like last night, we watched the episode last night. I fast forward through every date or like lovey-dovey. Like, I don't care about that. I care at the end of the date when the girl's like, Matt, I love you. And he's like, thank you. And I'm just like, yeah.
Ugh, that stuff makes my heart hurt.
It makes my heart happy to know that beautiful people have to experience the same pain that they put me through.
You were on The Bachelor?
No, just in life.
Just in general?
Just life over the years.
Well, I don't watch the show, never have, never will, so you'll have to lead this one. I don't know anything about it.
If we're going to start from the beginning, which I guess is where we should start, this season on The Bachelor has been a historic season.
Oh, God.
Because we had the first ever black bachelor. And with that, you know, every bachelor has their girls that show up on the show. You know, some are looking for fame, some are looking for love, most are looking for fame.
All are looking for fame.
Yeah, all are looking for fame. On the first episode of this year, there was a girl that showed up. Her name was Rachel. Starts with a K. I think they just call her Rachel K, which is very fitting because of how racist she is. The first episode,
She's got one of the 3 Ks.
yeah, she's got one of the 3 Ks. It's like it's like the Infinity Stones. You got to bring the other Ks together for there to be a truly racist moment. Anyways, so first week of The Bachelor, some girl posts on TikTok like a video that she is recording her screen and says, "Hey, I remember when you made fun of me for liking black guys." And now she is on this show. This girl is on this show dating an African American guy. So that was the first like red flag. Okay. And then
Well, the first red flag is being on the show to begin with. But okay, go.
anyways,
Continue.
she's actually in the top 3 now.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Ratings were low.
but so then all these other girls started commenting or started sending her messages, and then she put the messages up saying like, hey, she did a similar thing to me, or she, you know, said this or did that.
If we're going to be honest, she did it to me too.
She did it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's public
I figured
now.
that's what it was. I knew you liked black guys.
Yeah.
So,
They're
I knew
pretty
you
cool.
liked guys.
They're pretty cool.
I knew
Black
you
guys
liked
are pretty cool.
So, anyways, so all this was going down, and then people started pulling up stuff from her past too. So,
Nobody at the Bachelor did that in their back work. They're like,
well, here's the thing.
or is it for the show?
Here's something. Well, hold on. I'll get to that in a second. It'll be a brief second till we get there. So people started pulling up stuff from her past and realized that when she was in college in 2018, she went to an Old South party that was on an old plantation. And so then after that, people started going, oh, she's racist. And the very first black bachelorette, her name is also Rachel, different Rachel, not the same person, has a podcast, and she brought Chris Harrison on, who is the host of the show, to talk about the racist comments and the racist things. Yeah, it was. And he said, you know what? He said, pretty much like, we should have grace for this girl. We should, think about the consequences of what we're doing. Think about people's, what we're trying to put on people, essentially. And he said, in 2018, that might not be a bad look for somebody. In 2021, that's a bad look for somebody. And the internet has just crawled all over him.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason that they didn't catch all this stuff in the beginning of this season of The Bachelor, because they probably did look back through her pictures.
Saw that it was from 2018
and
was
went,
like, oh, okay.
oh, whatever. Yeah, she was in college. It was a sorority party. I'm sure they didn't have, people picking cotton in the background or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just, it's an Old South party. And so now people are not only wanting to cancel this Rachel girl, they're also saying that Chris Harrison needs to be canceled and step down. And the girl that had the podcast, the Rachel girl, she was one of the main people that's like going. And Chris Harrison came to her on the side and said, hey, look, I'm sorry. I didn't understand what I was doing. Historical racism. I'm sorry for promoting historical racism. And then she was like, well, I don't believe him. So, I mean, it's this like back and forth of like, this thing happens. I apologize because I didn't know. Chris Harrison didn't know. But my apology is not enough. Step down from The Bachelor. That's not enough. Even if this was even said this week that like, if there was a cast and it was all African-American contestants, that still wouldn't fix the problem. And it's like, I don't know what fixes the problem. What's the... And then also, Hannah Brown, our good friend who we have talked about on many occasions, came out and was like, hey, on behalf of the Bachelor Nation, I stand with these girls who are talking about this racism and like that it shouldn't be going on. And the people were like, don't you say a word, essentially. And they were like, we haven't forgot about the thing that you did 6 months ago. And then they also dragged up a picture from her past that she was in the Tuscaloosa Bells, which is an organization that promotes historical preservation in the city of Tuscaloosa. And they happen to do that by wearing antebellum dresses once a year. And they have like a cotillion or whatever. Which antebellum just means pre-war. I don't know if...
Well, ante means after.
Antebellum is after the war or before the war?
Well, pre is before.
Yeah, but antebellum was the time frame before the war.
Yeah, you're right. I used to know that.
Yeah.
I got a U.S. history degree.
Neanderthal, antebellum.
No.
But anyways, so it's just this big crap show, essentially, of like, like what I would be interested to know like what's really going on behind the scenes right now. Like
their ratings are low.
I think that their ratings are getting lower right now. because of all this stuff that's happening. Because people don't want to sit there and. I mean, it's the same. It's the old.
It's before the war. You're right.
Thank you.
Are you gonna make fun of me for it? I just corrected myself.
I said thank you.
With a smirk.
Because it's.
With a racist smirk.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, it's this whole like big circle of something happens, we apologize, not we.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing.
But people apologize. Like something happens, people apologize. People don't believe the apology, and then these people are losing their jobs, or having to step down. Or to me, it's the same. Like with Fighter and the Kid.
Oh yeah, Brian.
Yeah, Brian Callen. You have these accusations that aren't real accusations.
That he can disprove every bit of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yeah. Also to say that like somebody did something in the past and we can't go, have they changed?
Yeah. That's not even a thought.
Well, they're in a relationship with an African American man right now on a TV show.
Yeah.
So has she changed? Seems like it.
Yeah.
Seems like the last thing a racist person would do. You know, like
seems like a pretty bad racist.
Yeah,
to be in a relationship.
He's a horrible racist.
Yeah,
it's like the old Dave. What's the comedian? Black comedian Dave Chappelle skit with the black white supremacist. He divorced his wife.
Quentin Bigsby.
Yeah, Quentin Bigsby
or something Bigsby.
Yeah.
Clayton.
Was it Clayton?
Clayton Bigsby.
He divorced his wife because she was
a black person lover.
Yeah, when they were both blind. But you know,
or she wasn't blind. He was.
I think they were both blind.
I don't think she was. That's why, because she chose to marry a black guy, and so he divorced her.
Either way,
anyway,
nobody can sit back and go, have they changed? Has there been change?
Yeah.
Are they sorry? Like, and then move on.
But then it's also the catastrophizing of like a picture of a party where I dressed up in a dress.
Yeah.
And now I'm just as bad as it's like an actual.
Yeah, you're the Grand Master of the Ku Klux Klan.
Grand Wizard, which is a great name for him. But yeah.
But like, I don't know. And something that happened in the past, and then are all those other people that were at that party getting fired as well from their jobs?
And was I've got a question. At any point during that girl's season, the black podcast girl, was she like friends with Chris?
I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch that season because I didn't find her compelling. But
because
because Tayshia was on like the season after her, and I loved Tayshia's season because I actually liked Tayshia as a person. Like, I mean, from what I saw from Tayshia, I thought that she was a good person. I thought that she was appealing as the Bachelorette.
I'm going to take this time to distance myself from Josh.
That's fine.
For a few days.
I just didn't find her compelling as a character on the show.
But anyway, if she was friends with him for 5 minutes of the show,
yeah,
she's just as bad.
She's definitely distanced herself.
No.
From him now.
No. But it's about the past. You were friends with a white supremacist.
Oh, I got you.
Right? But if you're not going to listen to context, then I'm not listening to your context or explanation. You were friends with him, and if he's this openly racist, you should have known that when you were friends with him, and you were friends with him anyway, so you're just as bad. So your podcast is gone. All your friends and money need to be gone.
There's also a lot of people, I think it's Jason Derulo, that people are coming after on TikTok because he was perpetuating racism in his TikTok, because it's him and then he's married to an Asian woman. And they did there's this TikTok trend going around where there's like two things, like one will be like loves back rubs, and then the other one will be just wants to eat or something like
One
that.
of them
And then
egg rolls.
you go to whichever side that you like more, you go to that side. And they had one that was like, eats watermelon, and then was like loves fried rice. And then Jason Derulo went to the eats watermelon, and his wife and all them.
Is he black?
Jason Derulo, yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense then.
But like, people are coming after him
What if
because
he
they're
likes
saying he's
watermelon?
perpetuating racism. It was all like things that were like stereotypes. Every single one. There was like 5 or 6 things. They were all stereotypes. But like,
Can he not just like watermelon? But I will say, when you put your life on the internet, you invite this kind of crap in.
yeah. But I just have you also seen the
Probably
Coca-Cola internal?
Somebody took a screenshot of the slideshow of the whiteness.
Yeah. Try to be less white.
Anna tried to show it to me, but I said it probably wasn't real.
No, it's real.
You
It's
work for Coke?
100% real. No, it's proven that it's real now.
Who cares?
It's
Why
a
would you
doctor
think
that
that
she's
wasn't
going
going to
around
happen?
and like going to late night talk shows and talking about it to you.
Yeah, why would that not be real?
It's a racism training,
Yeah.
diversity training program that's going around.
Yep.
And
Limit your whiteness.
Yeah, try to be less white.
So, what do I do? Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
So with all this really in-depth and important talk we've been doing, it's only fitting that we end with this very important what if.
okay,
You ready?
we're gonna have to talk about something else after this too.
Wow. This is important.
Okay,
Okay. This is just for you.
just for me. You're not gonna answer it.
Yeah, I'll answer it too.
Okay.
But me asking you is just for you.
Okay.
And it doesn't even have to be realistic because I don't even know if it is realistic. But would you rather on like one day of the week
Yeah.
poop on a toilet for 7 hours
Okay.
and then you're done for the week pooping? Or an hour a day poop?
You know what's funny is
You're already doing the
I
one?
talked to Riley this week,
Ugh.
and I was like, "When are y'all getting back from Mississippi?" And I was like, "Good. We're ready to have y'all back on whenever you get back in town or something
Are
like
we?
that." Both of them, yeah. He said, "Good," because I'm tired of y'all talking about poop every week.
Well, this is just important.
Here we go.
This is important. And
It
it doesn't affect your insides. It's not medically relevant. It's just
so here's the question that I have: for the entire hour that I'm there, is poop coming out of my butt? And for the 7 hours, is poop coming out of my butt for that entire time? Or is it like in spurts, or like I just have to sit on the toilet for an hour, or I have to sit on the toilet for 7 hours?
we can go with any of those.
Well,
Whatever
I
one
would like to
helps
know.
you.
I would like to know the answer.
Whichever one helps you. Decide.
I sit on the toilet for an hour now.
I do too.
So, like, nothing's changing there unless there's poop coming out of my butt for a straight hour.
Yeah.
I regularly am concerned about walking after I get off the toilet because my legs are so
Yeah.
tingly.
Yeah.
So, and I'm definitely not. I mean, if you go poop for 7 hours, you got one more hour in your work day.
But if you do it on like a
I'm
Sunday,
definitely not giving my free time up.
well,
I'm gonna be doing that at work if I got to do it.
yeah.
So I guess keep going with what I've been doing.
Just do what you're doing.
Is there a third option where I could lessen the time?
No, because it's 7 hours a week.
By how many?
It's 7
Like, I'm
hours.
tired
a
of
week.
pooping for an hour at a time. I'd rather poop for like 5 minutes.
But if you could just get it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if it's a week's worth of poo at once?
Well, that would be the same thing, right?
So let's take away the hours.
Uh-huh.
It's just you.
Oh, I just poop once in a week, and it's just all of
It's
the...
that amount though.
And I'm not like getting like... My stomach's not getting any bigger. I'm not getting backed up. I'm not having gas problems and stuff like that. I mean, I'd probably just go ahead and get it all out at once. Like,
But
just
it'd be
poop it all.
it'd be a wild
That's
30
fine.
minutes though.
I don't know if you've been in the bathroom with me at all recently.
I haven't.
But,
Never have been in the bathroom with you.
That is a regular occurrence that things are wild.
Yeah.
I need to add more fiber to my diet
Ugh.
so that things are less wild.
Mm.
But still, yeah, I'd probably get it all out at once.
Yeah. It's just for an efficiency thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Here's something. We're gonna talk about poop some more. But my time on the toilet isn't spent the entire time pooping.
Is it wasted?
A lot of
Mine's
it's wiping.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're the one that's asking questions about poop. I'm just answering questions.
I didn't ask you about that.
Well, it's part of my hour or 7 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of it's wiping. It's like the old. Who's the guy from Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic World movie? Chris Pratt.
It's like wiping a marker.
Wiping a marker. Yeah. It's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Just wipe and wipe and wipe. And
Yeah.
nothing ever changes.
Mm.
But marker still there.
Mm.
So that's my answer.
Good answer.
We still got like 10 minutes we need to fill.
How much would you be willing to be paid for me to pop an eye out of your head with a spoon?
Any local anesthetic, or it's all?
Just lidocaine spray that you put down your throat with a sore throat.
I can spray it on my eyeball.
Yep.
I'm gonna probably keep spraying as you're doing it,
That's
just
fine.
to like.
Whatever it takes me to dig that eye out. How much money?
$50,000? Or no. Stop. 500,000.
Oh, that's insane.
It's not insane. I go without an eyeball
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
What if it's surgically removed by a doctor?
But I still don't get that eyeball back.
No, but it's not going to hurt.
I'm not concerned with the pain.
Then why'd you ask me about the aesthetic?
I was curious. I was just curious.
$500,000,
What was your number?
$250.
Oh, so
An eye. That's not that big a deal. An eye. Still got one.
you can't see on the left half of your body now.
If you do this, you can.
Yeah, but that's way too. You're wasting so much time.
What if I stick two pins in your ears?
Or are you just having fun with this now?
No,
You just
to take your hearing.
to take my hearing.
Yeah.
A lot of money
So $500,000 for one eye.
Yeah.
What is it for both?
for both eyes. A lot.
Is
of
it
money.
$1 million?
It's more than $1 million.
So it's not just double.
No,
Yeah,
because
you're
I
done.
still have vision if you take one eye. I have no vision if you take both. That's like you could take one of my arms, but it wouldn't be double the price.
Yeah.
It would be way more.
What?
How much? Here, I got one. How much would it cost you?
I've got a good two-parter.
Okay. How much money would it take for you to marry Kanye West?
What is in their divorce settlement? How much is that?
Nothing. They signed prenups. Speaking of, if you hadn't heard about this, Kanye West
And Kim
and Kim Kardashian have gotten a divorce.
Yeah.
And they signed prenups before, so neither one of them are getting any. All it is now is splitting up the properties between the two of them that they've bought since they were married.
Yep.
But if you've been following Kimye,
She doesn't like that he has become a Christian.
yeah,
That's a very watered down way of saying that.
A lot of their
But
fights have been because neither one of them will compromise on how they feel about topics. And the main topic of conversation is living to be a Christian.
Yeah.
And it almost makes me wonder if some of this, like Kanye West is having mental issues,
Well,
was manufactured.
So I don't think it was manufactured because he talked about it pretty openly on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he's talked about it in the past. He has like some pretty serious mental problems, but I have a theory that the Kardashians are cursed.
Because can't none of them stay together?
No, they're all insane.
Well, yeah.
But like Bruce, now he's
a woman,
Lady Jenner or whatever. Yeah. All of the kids are in turmoil.
Yep.
Anybody who gets involved with them either dies or goes crazy.
Like the Clintons.
Well, I mean the relationships.
Yeah.
It's like Gilbert Arenas, not a Gilbert Arenas, that basketball player that
Gilbert Godfrey.
No.
Affleck.
No. Anybody who gets in a relationship with one of them girls either dies or goes crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, think Kanye's...
That's not a bad theory.
No. I think Kanye will become clear-headed after this. Like he's gonna.
Oh, you think it was a curse that because he was married,
he gets
to Kim Kardashian.
He gets cursed as well with mental problems.
But I mean, so that could have been true. But then he became a Christian and like.
Well, he's fighting.
Spells don't really work on Christians. I don't know.
Be oppressed. Yeah, they do.
Okay.
There's plenty of Christians with mental problems.
Okay, but like, if it was a curse.
Yeah.
If there's like this like witch that's standing over the Kardashians and every time
demons,
they marry somebody, they're
demons,
like, hey, you are crazy now.
Yeah, you can be oppressed by demons as a believer for sure. Oh, no, that's not even a debatable thing. Not overtaken by, but definitely oppressed by.
Oh, they can give you problems?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like yes.
Okay. Anyways.
That's what so I bet you give it another 6 months and he's going to be at the top of his game.
I think that was just, that's what makes me think like some of it was manufactured.
Sure.
Like, because I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast and all that stuff, and he did talk openly about that stuff. But I mean, that could be partially stuff that has been fed to him.
Yeah.
In that relationship.
Cursed family.
Yeah. I'm happy for Kanye.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. I do think it's gonna make him more clear-headed, level-headed as a person because now he's not fighting somebody else. That's like he's like, hey, we should both be Christians. Mm-hmm. Because that was he also didn't like being a part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the TV show. And there was a kind of famous scene now in that show where they were going to like the VMAs or something like that, and she was wearing a very revealing dress, and Kanye came in and was very upset about it because he was like, why should all these other people get to see my wife's tatas and buttocks? That should only be for me. And she was like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I hope
the best for both of them.
Yeah. But the Kardashians are cursed.
Good for Kim Kardashian right now.
Kardashians are cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all made of plastic now too. But which is part of the curse.
That's part of the curse.
Yeah.
It's being made of plastic.
You hate your body, so you got to alter it. It's all clouded brain. It's a curse.
Okay.
Now, I've got a good.
Okay.
I'm
ready for your what if.
Okay. How much money would it take for you to get a face tattoo that you can never get removed?
How big is the face tattoo?
Half your face.
Whoa.
Mike Tyson sized. So a third of your face.
Do you have a number?
No, I'm asking you. I would say none. I won't do it.
Oh, you're not? That's not the...
I asked you.
That's not the thing, though.
I asked you. Just come up with a number.
I'm thinking about it.
Because there's a part 2.
Okay, hold on.
That puts a twist on it.
I'm going... Because I'm definitely not going to be able to work ever again.
Yeah, you could.
Not at a good job.
Okay.
We'll go $1 million.
$1 million.
That way I've got enough that I can put in... I can live off of.
Does the price change if I get to pick the tattoo?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because I don't trust you.
Okay.
Why would I trust you?
Why?
with
What does the
getting to
price
pick-
go to if I get to pick the tattoo?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to make sure I'm never gonna be able to work again. I gotta have some money in the bank. Let's go $5 million. It increases fivefold because you pick the tattoo. What's your number? It's either you get money or we're gonna do it and you don't get anything.
No.
Like it's a
$100 billion.
Russian mafia. Oh my gosh, come on.
Well, you asked my number.
$100 billion.
So $5 million.
$5 million.
But so what if it's okay? This is even better. For every goober tattooed on your face, you get $1 million.
How big are the goobers?
Doesn't matter.
It does because I need to know how many goobers I can fit on my face.
At least the smallest, $100 billion. Then I'd have them overlaid.
Yeah,
and I
like,
would just
what?
we would ink me up to where I just looked like I had blackface.
Yeah, why not?
And you wouldn't even tell they're goobers.
Why not?
It would look like a mural.
Yeah,
With vines.
I'm trying to figure out how much money I can make off of you.
Hot dog wiener sized.
Can my hair cover them at all?
You're bald.
Because I'll go the whole.
You're bald headed.
I'll go the whole whatever, however much.
Just 15
however
packs
much
of
I
hot
can
dog
get. Yeah,
wieners.
however much I can get on my head, that's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm getting all the money. Because if I got one wiener on my face, that's not something you're just like, oh, I got $1 million just one time, and like you've got to explain it to everybody.
What if
you
it's
walk
only
past.
$100,000 per wiener? And if you pick none, it's 10 for no money. So you
Oh, well,
have
then
to.
at least 10.
Yeah, that's true.
At least 10.
I haven't thought these through all the way.
Why not?
What does it change if it's the poop emoji instead of wieners?
The only thing that changes there is how many can I fit on my face. Like,
They're all quarter sized.
okay, so again,
50.
however many
Yeah.
can fit on my head, being quarter size, that's how many I want. Because I'm never working again.
How much money would you take to get the Tesla logo put on your forehead, like right above your?
I'd probably give them like $100.
You'd give them $100, whatever it costs the guy to
Yeah,
do it.
whatever it
I guess
costs.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Here's a what if for you.
All right, we'll end with this.
Yeah. Okay. So on Rogan's podcast recently, Elon Musk talked about for Earth to survive for an extended amount of time, we had to be a multi-planetary species. So we have to.
The car businessman came up
Well,
with
he's
that.
more than that, but okay.
The car salesman came up with.
If that's what you boiling him down to,
That's what he's boiled down to. He's a weird
Anyways.
Asperger's car salesman.
Anyways, he believes that we have to be a multi-planetary species to survive.
I agree.
And
Am I going to Mars?
yeah, would you go to Mars?
Not a chance. I live in the rubble down here.
You'd live
Before I
down
went
here
to
before you
Mars.
went up there.
I'd be
What
like
if they-
Wally,
what
the
if they had,
last guy
like-
here.
What if they had like fully terraformed Mars, and it looks like Earth? You're just somewhere else. Like there's way less people.
I'll stay here.
There's more resources.
I'll have the biggest tribe down here, and we would rule.
Just easy. So you would never even consider going to Mars.
No.
Why? I'm just
not-
curious.
I'm not supposed to be up there.
Well, you don't know that,
I do know that.
do you?
I know that.
Nobody. Who told you that?
I know.
How?
Are you supposed to go stick your head in the toilet?
I mean, how much? Like what?
No, just you're
What's
supposed to
what's
put your head in
what's
toilet.
the circumstance?
You just know you're not supposed to go stick
It's
your head in
either
the toilet.
it's either everybody on the planet that I love and know and care for I'll never see again,
I can
or
start
I stick
over.
my head in the toilet.
I can start over.
You go out-
Everybody else is going too.
well, probably if everybody's being a multi-planetary species and they've got to get out of here, we've got to get out of here.
Everybody has to leave Earth.
Sure.
It's about to
Yeah.
self-destruct.
Yeah.
I'll ride that puppy out. Heaven's better than Mars.
You don't know. You ain't been to Mars.
Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
You ain't been to Mars.
Just because you would pay good money
no,
to
I'm
watch
just thinking
Elon
about it.
Musk wipe his butt.
I just think. I mean, I think going to space would be cool.
No.
Why?
There ain't no air up there.
Well, there is on the spaceship.
Same reason I wouldn't go to the bottom
They
of the
don't
ocean.
hold their breath in
That's
the
why
International
I
Space
wouldn't go to
Station
the end
for
of the
8
ocean.
months.
It's made air.
Okay.
Yeah.
All this is made air too.
By trees.
The trees make it. But
Yeah. I'll take a tree over a machine.
what if it's a bunch of trees that are making your air?
There ain't no trees up there.
Not until they terraform them.
The International Space Station ain't full of trees.
I'm saying on Mars.
We were talking about the International Space Station.
On Mars, eventually it's going to be to where
Eventually, it's going to be. So this guy knows.
Yeah.
He's a car salesman,
he's not a car salesman.
and he created PayPal.
He
So let's
is a
listen to
very
him
smart
about
guy.
planetary-
He's a very smart guy. He knows more than you and I do about rockets.
Good for rockets.
space.
Good for rockets. He didn't work for NASA.
Nah, NASA's lame.
NASA's
They ain't
lame.
done nothing. They ain't done nothing in a while.
Nope. I'm gonna ride this puppy out.
Okay, you're gonna wally it.
Yeah.
Everybody else is gonna be up on the cruise ship.
And y'all be fat like
cruise
that guy,
space.
them
That's
guys
fun.
too. Have at it.
Well,
Drinking
you'll just be fatting down here.
smoothie meals. No, because there ain't gonna be no food. Apparently, I'll be lean, eating dirt and rocks and stuff.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
on the Neanderthal diet.
Yeah, I'll be eating grass. That's fine.
All right.
And I'll move into the biggest house down here.
Have you ever seen Last Man on Earth?
No.
You need to watch it. It's a good show.
Oh, it's a show?
Yeah,
I ain't
it's
got
a
time
TV
for a show.
Yeah,
Is there
you
a
do.
movie about it?
No, you got plenty of time for a TV show.
Don't. I'm busy.
You tell me all the time about stuff you watch.
I'm busy.
Don't
Yeah,
tell
I don't
me.
have enough time because I'd have to stop watching something
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
I don't have time for that.
Anyways, thanks for listening.
So we
guys.
didn't answer any of those what ifs, but that's fine.
I did.
Yeah.
I
kinda.
answered every single one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You did.
You
I
didn't
answered
answer.
this one. I'm staying here.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to move to Mars.
You definitely pay me to move to Mars.
Head on then. It'll be hard shooting this podcast.
Just Zoom.
They're gonna have internet up there too.
Absolutely. You think they ain't gonna have internet up there?
Man, it's almost like Mars isn't just a big red planet with nothing on it. That's
There
crazy.
won't be once we get up there. You think we're just gonna live on a big red planet
You
with
have to
nothing
be
on it?
eating doo-doo potatoes like Matt Damon.
Hey, if that's what you gotta do,
Well, if you want to do that on Mars, I'll just stay down here.
that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
That's fine.
They had more than doo-doo potatoes before he got stranded, though.
Yeah, but he got stranded.
Well, I ain't gonna get stranded.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I won't be the first one on the ship if they say, "Hey, we gotta leave." I ain't gonna just stick around and be like, "Maybe I can ride this one out."
I'm gonna ride it out.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
Have at it.
yeah. It'll be like Bruce Willis in Armageddon. I'll stay behind to press the button that blows it up.
Yeah. It'll probably be more like Titanic and you're Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm the
but-
guy playing the violin on the
Yeah.
top. That's fine.
If that's the way you want to go out,
Yeah,
that's fine.
he got paid.
I don't think he got paid before the trip.
You don't know how they did that.
Either way, I don't think he spent that money.
He had it. Have peace.
It's at the bottom of the ocean.
I'd be
now.
peaceful
Sure you would.
here,
Sure
not
you
on the
would.
Titanic. I'd be peaceful here.
Sure you would. This
Yeah.
would be the Titanic. Be the same set of circumstances.
Bring it on.
Anywho,
Anyway,
I think we finally got to our.
the further we get along with this podcast, you see how different me and Josh are actually, and it's funny.
Yeah. That's the whole point. But, anyways, that's all the time we have for today.
Man, thank y'all for listening. Thank you for. I forgot to do the thing.
Come on.
Thank you for letting us into your hearts and your minds, into your workplace and your vehicles and.
In your booty hole.